And speaking of my trusty psychic, here he is, Webby, everyone.
Hello.
Howdy, we have started.
Welcome to the. Oh, you said that.
Yeah.
I guess you said that. See, I'm not with it tonight. How are you anyway, Ross?
I'm good, it's been a good week, wrestling-wise. How's your wrestling week been?
Yes. Well, since that last show, I've been to quite a few shows. We went to the ICW show. That was good.
Element to progress.
I mean, since the last show, which was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so it was. There we go. There's me not on the ball.
Yeah, the ICW show was good. First one in London. We're going back again in July.
The atmosphere was mental, but we'll talk about that a bit later on in the show. Also, Saturday I was at IPW quarterfinals. We'll be talking about that, and also Sunday we had Progress Wrestling Chapter 13. That was I forgot the tagline for that. It was Unbelievable Jeff. That was it, from the Electric Ballroom in Camden. So what else are we going to be talking about?
Well, first we're going to be talking about our question we had from the end of the last show.
Yes. So that is wrestlers that have gone to WWE that they've dropped the ball with, and who have gone on to Japan or other American companies, and they've done really well.
Mm-hmm. So, who's your first pick?
Well, on the Takeover, the page, we have 2 seconds. I'll just hit this up. No, we don't have anything there, but I asked this very same question, and one name that cropped up was Harry Smith.
Was that on the takeover?
No, that wasn't my one.
Okay. Someone on the takeover, Darren Hackett, said Harry Smith as well.
And also Doc Gallows, who is now part of the Bullet Club.
Yeah,
That,
he's starting to make a name for himself. I think Harry Smith made more of a name for himself. I think with his, with teaming with Lance White and the Killer Elite Squad.
yeah.
They've been doing some really good stuff over the past couple of years. Doc Gallows is compared to what he was doing in WWE and TNA, definitely raised his game. Or probably had the game in the first place, but wasn't given the opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, as Ollie Sandler has put, thanks for contributing to the show. Doc Gallows is over huge in Japan as part of the Bullet Club, and he was Festus.
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes to show, if you're given a proper gimmick, what you can actually do and a chance to actually shine.
Yeah, I mean, Festus was a fucking ridiculous story. That was the one where if he rings the bell, he suddenly goes insane.
That's right. That was quite a funny video, actually. I can't.
You know what I did like about Jesse and Festus though?
God.
Their theme song, Biscuits and Gravy. That was a tune.
Brilliant.
Oh, I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all the time. Biscuits and Gravy.
Oh, I've got. Speaking of theme songs, we're going to be talking about the show later on, but do you remember during the interval at Progress,
Mm-hmm.
they played that theme song, The Littlest Hobo?
Oh yeah.
Maybe tomorrow. I've had that song in my head since Sunday. It's not cool.
Anyway, back to the subject.
Yes.
Uh, we had on our page Dave Bodymore from Brit Trap Wrestling. He said Colt Cabana has to be up there. I agree.
Yep, good shout.
He's had quite a few opportunities with WWE, ain't he? And they brought him in as a announcer as well, and then let him go or something, if I remember rightly.
Um, not sure about that. You probably are right, but not that I remember.
I know he come in for a while and just slaughtered. Like he jobbed to Umaga and a couple of others, and they gave him a really bad name. What was it? Oh,
Oh, Scotty Goldman.
Scotty Goldman. What a stupid. From going from Colt Cabana to Scotty Goldman.
Generic.
I mean, it's not as bad as the one they gave the Wolves. I will find you. You continue. I'll find it what it was, but it was really bad.
I mean, talking about names that have gone to WWE, gone to Japan, and then come back to WWE. Tensai.
Oh, we said this the other day. That
Yeah. I mean, over in Japan, he was mega over as what was his name? Giant Bernard or Giant Bernard.
yeah,
And then they came back and there was all this buzz about him. And he even beat John Cena clean, I think, on the UK tour. And
did he?
then he just
Oh
seemed,
yeah, when they had that storyline with John Laurinaitis.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they put him with Brodus Clay, and now he's commentating on NXT, I think it is. So
Admit, I quite like them on NXT. Like I like his announcement on NXT. I prefer him to be back in wrestling, but you know, I'll take things commentating over anything. There it is. The American Wolves were changed to the American Pit Bulls, and Richard's name was Derek Billington, and Eddie Edwards was John Cahill. Like, come on. That's even worse than Scotty got.
oh, maybe that should be next week's one. Worst worst names like for people that have come in.
Worst names in wrestling. I think we covered that. I don't think you're getting much worse than that. Derek Billington and John Cahill. That's
I mean, wasn't Titus O'Neil known as something else?
I don't really know.
Percy something.
No idea. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure that was. But yeah, so if anyone else has got any ideas of people that have WWE and TNA have dropped the ball with, feel free to give us a call.
I have a couple.
Okay.
Trent Barretta.
Yep.
Since coming on the independent scene, my God. His match with at Evolve 25, still one of my probably. Yep. That might change. That might have changed, but at last week, Trent Barretta and that was my match, probably my match of the year so far. Definitely, he's improved so much. Who else? Chili to Melissa. TNA had her as Alyssa Flash and the woman that used to work with Kong.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ray Shade.
that's the one. Yeah, majorly dropped the ball with her. They should have kept her as was it Alyssa Flash? If they kept her, I think she would have done quite a lot in TNA.
Yeah, I mean, even Awesome Kong, TNA majorly dropped the ball with that.
I don't. I think what the problem with Awesome Kong was but TNA didn't have anything for her. Like I don't think there was anyone really on their roster in terms of women that could compete. Like if they waited and then brought in like Beth Phoenix and people like that, what who she's facing this weekend, Athena, people like that. If they brought them in, then I think Awesome Kong would have stayed longer in TNA.
Yeah, I mean, also not forgetting she had that issue with Bubba the Love Sponge, which was, I think, the reason she ended up leaving.
And the WWE offered her a contract.
Well,
And
yeah.
I don't know if you can call it they dropped the ball. It wasn't their fault she got pregnant. But in a
The
way,
time.
they. Yeah, gone.
Sorry, I was going to say the timing seems strange though. It's like she'd only been there for a matter of months, and then all of a sudden that was it.
Mm. Well, that's because she was pregnant, and they
Yeah,
were. That's something else.
even sorry.
That's something else. Loki, WWE majorly dropped the ball with him.
Yeah, I mean they had him as
Cover.
Kaval, didn't they? Yeah,
And his mentors on NXT was Layla and Michelle McCool. Like seriously? Like you're talking about Loki here, like the originator of the X Division. They pretty much from the founder, one of the founders of Ring of Honor. Massive name in the independents, even in TNA, in the world, in Japan, and then they bring him in and pretty much
very
give
straight.
the bury him straight away without even getting on the main roster.
It's like thanks for coming, but yeah, goodbye.
Pretty
But
much.
I've got a theory about that. Do you think it's because, like, oh,
So that was me.
if wrestlers make a name for themselves on the independent scene, do you think once they get signed up, Vince is like, right, okay, you've made a name for yourself in the independents, but now you're on the big scene, you're not going to get anywhere?
I've always I can't really say it, but a part of me, I'm not involved in the wrestling industry, but I'm pretty sure that Vince, if you've made a name for yourself by yourself, he doesn't like that.
Yeah,
Vince
no, that's yeah,
Vince is like, if you get into the top of his company, it's because he made you. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. I think that's actually why they've done what they've done with Tensai, because he made a name for himself over in Japan, didn't
Mm. The thing with big guys in the WWE is it's not like in Japan it works because they're like hard hitting matches and it's all about the match.
he? Yeah.
Whereas in like TNA and WWE, it's all about the gimmick. And if your gimmick doesn't get over, then they're not going to put you on TV.
Just trying to think of some examples of that. I don't know. That's an interesting one actually. Gimmicks that haven't worked in WWE or aren't at the minute. So if anyone wants to
Well,
get involved,
look at Curtis Axel. He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler. If
yeah,
he went anywhere and wrestled, it'd be fine. But he ain't got no gimmick in the WWE, so he's not really getting anywhere. Like the fans don't like him, which makes him a heel straight away.
yeah.
But even then, it's it's what it is.
So, like with WWE signing Prince Devitt and else have they signed? Kevin Steen. And
Well,
do you,
well,
well,
rumored to sign
yeah.
Kevin.
Sorry, rumored.
And they've signed Ken. Pretty much signed Kenner.
So, do you think they've got a chance of getting over, or do you think it's going to be the same thing where Vince is going to say, right, you've made your name on the independent scene, or like in other companies apart from WWE?
The thing is, I don't get what they're going to do with Kevin Steen. I wish him all the best now. I think when he goes, if he goes.
Yeah.
And same for Devitt. But I don't see what they're going to do with him. Like what he's good at, like, is pretty much what Punk is good at. It's like just being that aggressive, over the top, kill, Steen, kill, mental attitude. And I just don't see that working in WWE at the moment. Not to
Because
mention
they're
Takeover.
too. Well, yeah. But no, I think WWE are too clean cut for Steen.
That's what I meant with his
Yeah,
knowledge. Although I would love to see Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn that as a tag team again. As for Prince Devitt, same. I, I'm guessing they're gonna keep his like paint gimmick sort of thing, but
I hope so.
I don't like unless they have a like junior heavyweight division, then I don't see where he's gonna fit.
I mean, maybe if they bring the cruiserweight division back.
Yeah, or even call it junior heavyweight. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to someone the other day that was like, the cruiserweight title doesn't matter. Blah blah blah. No one cares. I was like, well, people care. If you look at the Japan scene, junior heavyweights is like one of the biggest names in Japan ever. Jushin Thunder Liger, he's a junior heavyweight. You can't say that cruiserweight is not a division that matters, because it does. And even from a cruiserweight, you can go from a cruiserweight and build up to your intercontinental titles, up to the world heavyweight title eventually, depending on who has the belt at the time.
Yeah. I don't know what I can add to that. Oh. Sorry if you can hear anything in the background.
I can hear a dog.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright.
Put me off track what I was saying there.
I was saying about the guy that said the junior heavyweight / cruiserweight doesn't matter because there's not enough big names coming out of it. Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, at the minute you've got people like Tyson Kidd, but he's on NXT for the cruiserweight.
I mean, pretty much the NXT is the best thing that WWE has right now, and pretty much every big name in NXT would be classed as a junior heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Adrian Netwell. No, sorry, Pac.
Exactly, he's a junior heavyweight.
Sami Zayn. All these people would be great, and
I mean, they have the talent to have a junior heavyweight division and make it big. But
without a doubt.
I don't see why they don't just unify the US Intercontinental. Right. I know a lot of people are against that, but unify it and then it opens up another division to bring in. As long as they're going to make a completely different division out of unifying something, I haven't got a problem with it.
The question is, who would you put in there? Because I know they've been talking about it since SummerSlam, I think it is.
What, unifying
Yeah.
US. I'd just give it to either. I'd probably give it to Barrett, to be honest. But that's a bit biased.
Well,
Or Ambrose.
mm, see, if they gave it to Ambrose, for me, he would need to defend it a little bit more because when he had the US title, I think he only defended it about 3 times.
Yeah,
And
but
and
that's
I,
he had the storylines with the Shield.
yeah,
If when the Shield eventually do break up, Seth Rollins and Ambrose are the two that's going to need that sort of mid card title to carry them through their career, like push them further on.
yeah,
And that's why Ambrose didn't defend his title a lot, because of all the storylines with the Shield. That was it.
fair enough. Yeah, I can see.
Oh, I just thought another one for people
Go on.
WWE gave up on. Rene Dupree.
Yeah, I think there were like underlying reasons, but yeah, there is an argument to say that.
Because he was great when he was young. And then he's gone to the independents, like in his mid 20s. And now he's pretty much built quite a big name for himself in like All Japan and Wrestle One. I've heard he's at now. So you never know, they might bring him back as well. He's only 30, so
Yeah, I mean, I've not heard much from him since he actually left WWE. To be honest,
it's because you're not watching the right stuff.
fair shout. So yeah, if anyone else has got any contribution, anything they want to add to the conversation, feel free to give us a call. 01223 926 867.
What was that number again? Sorry? 01223 926 867.
Yep.
I think you missed the 3. I'm not sure. But now you know it, guys.
There we go. Yeah, and
Anyway, so I think we should move. We'll wait for some. If we get some phone calls, we'll come back. But let's carry on with the show.
yeah, so I don't know, what should we talk about first? Do you want to do your Ring of Honor talk first?
Okay. Yeah. We were talking about War of the Worlds from this past Saturday. First of all, now that Ring of Honor's back on Ustream, so much better. I mean, they still haven't put up. They still haven't put up about. They still haven't put up second to none, and that was what 4 weeks ago, and now it's on Ustream and it's going to be live pretty every month. Then I think now it's going to be a lot better.
Yeah,
for the pay-per-views. And that proved it this weekend because the War of the Worlds was a great pay-per-view, which started off with ACH, Matt Taven and Ciampa defeating Forever Hooligans and Watanabe, which was a pretty short match, but it was good. And then we had the Decade. I kind of don't know where Ring of Honor is going with the Decade. They've got so many members now that you've got the 3 main ones. You've got Whitmer, Strong, and Jacobs. And now you've got their young boys with Adam Page and Darius Thomas. And I just don't know where they're going with it. But hopefully it'll all pass it'll all play out eventually. And they faced Whitmer and Strong faced Guido and Gato, your favourites,
Yeah,
and, and defeated them. How did that end? Oh yeah, that was a good match. Great ending. Um, I've lost sound. We still on? Hello. Hello. Oh, there we
so,
go.
so,
There we go. You're back. What happened there? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So that match was finished. Then we had Jay Lethal defending against Kushida for the Ring of Honor World Television title. Another great match. I think Jay Lethal is playing the. I know we talked about it a while ago. I didn't know how Jay Lethal was gonna play the heel role, but he's doing a really good job at the moment. Next up, we had Bullet Club, Gallows and Anderson defending the IWGP Tag Titles against the Briscoes. What a match! I really want to see that happen again. There needs to be a rematch. Has to be a rematch. Then we had my dream match between Nakamura and Kevin Steen, which was for me it was a dream match. I don't know for many other people, but I thought it was a great match. And then afterwards, you had Steen talking about him going to take some time off to be with his new child. And then Silas Young come out and beat him down, which then led to the rumours this week that he's going to WWE. So maybe that's leading to him taking time off by going to the WWE. Then afterwards we had Tanahashi versus Michael Bennett, which Tanahashi won. Red Dragon defeated the Young Bucks and won back their tag team titles, which kind of sucked, but
I was going to say,
I like Red Dragon. I like the Young Bucks, so I didn't really mind. To be honest, I think it was the match of the night. Such a good match. Like if you're gonna watch one match from that, I would probably say Red Dragon versus Young Bucks.
it's interesting though. They're the PCW super coming up.
Hmm. The
They're,
PCW. Oh yeah, PCW Super. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
and they're
This
facing PCW's tag team champions.
is it for the title.
No, but I was thinking they could make it to a title match.
Maybe. That's another thing this week. I see someone was saying that the Usos are the best tag team in the world right at the moment, and I was like, really? Do you watch tag team wrestling? after Gallows, Anderson, and Briscoes, and Red Dragon and Young Bucks, what they did on Saturday night, I don't think you can say the Usos are the best tag team in the world. Then after that, we had the big Adam Cole defending his world title against Liger, which Adam Cole won. Then we had the Styles versus Okada, Styles versus Elgin, which at the start of the show was made into a triple threat with Okada added to the match as well. Yeah, it was good. And Styles won that, so he goes on to back to the Yokohama Arena show this Sunday to face Okada for the title again, or defend against Okada for the title again. And then after the show, we had the if the show wasn't good enough, then we had the Chris Daniels promo after it, saying that he's coming back and he's bringing a friend. I wonder who that could be.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, so we've got Chris Daniels returning to Ring of Honor with his friend at Best in the World at end of last weekend of June, I think it is. Also live on Ustream.
Free plug.
Free plug for Ustream there. Keep up the good work, Ustream, or should I say Ring of Honor? I don't know. Yeah, so so Ring of Honor was very good. You should watch it. Everyone should watch it. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. It's worth the. Is it $14? It's worth the $14, which is like what, £9? Buy it, people. Go to Ustream now and buy it.
Buy it.
Yeah. So that leads up to this Sunday, with New Japan having their Back to Yokohama Arena show, which has a lineup of Styles versus Okada, of course. Then you've got Nakamura defending his Intercontinental Championship against Daniel Gracie.
Yay.
Bet you're gonna love that one, Ross.
Yay, the Gracies.
You got the the IWGP Tag Team #1 Contenders match. Tanahashi and Maccabi versus Goto and Shibata.
Hey.
The
My actual favourites.
Your actual favourites. Then you got the Never Champion Openweight Championship between Ishii and Ibishu. The birthday boy. I believe he's 37 today.
Oh, happy birthday to him.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't listen, but we can hope.
There you go. Well, it's on the internet.
Yeah, anyone can listen. And the other really main one on there is the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Tenzan and Kojima defends against Rob Conway and Briscoe, and versus the Killer Elite Squad. So that'll be a good match.
Second mention for Davey Boy Smith Jr.
And a mention for a La Resistance teammate.
Yes.
Oh, and that's another one. The Bullet Club have got another tag match. You got Takahashi, Anderson, Gallows, and Tonga versus Nagagata, Nakanishi, Honma, and Captain New Japan. So hopefully,
I love these names.
yeah, we try not to ruin them. Yeah, so that's this Sunday with hopefully AJ Styles' team talk will
Hey.
work better for Bullet Club this time.
The classic team talk.
And that's the other thing. The Super Juniors tournament got announced.
Okay.
And they're bringing in Ricochet and Kenny Omega. For the
Yes, I saw this on the page.
Yeah. Yeah, so in the tournament you got Kozlov, Bushi, Justin Liger, Kushida, Dorada, Matt Jackson, Ricochet, Takuma Jinoku, Alex Shelley, El Desperado, Kenny Omega, Nick Jackson, Rocky Romero, Taguchi, Tachi. I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to pass a chair to someone. And Tiger Mask 4. So the opening matches will take place on the 30th. So next Friday.
So I've just seen a meme on the Progress Wrestling fans page.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry to go off topic, but it was about what we were talking about earlier. Robbie X It's got a meme and it says he's got a red face on his face.
Really? I'm sorry. He's got a red. Oh my god. They should have a normal picture of Robbie X, and then have a red face picture of Robbie X, and then like stick it on his forehead or chin. That would work better. Because then he's actually got a red face on his face.
So we've gone from Japan to Robbie X.
Yep. Also a good wrestler.
Yes.
Who was at Progress, of course, this past Sunday.
Oh, Wednesday fan. Here we go. As Dino just pointed out.
We're not knocking Robbie X.
He's a very, very good wrestler.
But he has a red face on his face, according to a lot of people in the Progress crowd.
That's got to be chant of the year, obviously. But then closely followed by Evil Jesus.
For Mark Haskins. Yeah. Yeah. Evil Jesus. I think I'm going to use that one later on.
He's the only wrestler to do every Southside show.
What, Robbie X?
Yeah.
Cool. I like him. I think he... is it? Oh no, he lost the tag titles, didn't he?
Oh.
Yeah, in a very... which looked like a very painful way.
I actually saw him in Gravesend again. I think it was against Joe Connors. And it was like... No, it was probably last year actually, and I was like, I recognise him. But he was going under a different name. I was like, okay. So, that's my useless bit of information there.
Ross's random fact of the week.
We should so do that.
What, have a Ross's random facts of the week?
No, not just me. Just a random fact of the week. That was this week's one. So.
Okay, I'll think of one for next week. So as we've started talking about Progress, you want to carry on talking about Progress?
Yeah, we can backtrack. Yeah, okay.
Or was
no. Yeah, we'll go for Progress.
Okay.
So,
rule one of Progress: if you go with Ross, make sure he knows which time the show starts.
Cheers for that.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna tell everyone in the chat room why you brought that up.
Because only saw 2 parts of the show.
like before, I thought the show started at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Not realising it actually started at 4 o'clock. So, and I got there at what time?
4:37, something like that.
Something like that, very precise.
It was about 3/4 of the way through the Pete Dunne Robbie X match.
Yeah, so I completely missed the Rampage Brown versus Darryl Allen,
which was won by Rampage after a pole driver, a sick pole driver.
So how was the actual match?
I don't know. I didn't see most of it. I spent most of the time looking out the door for you. And that's a true story.
Sorry.
The woman was like, do you want to go watch the match? And if he turns up, I'll give you a shout. And I was like, well, I do want to go watch the match. So I went down the stairs at the Electric Ballroom. So, like, you can kind of see the ring and kind of see the door. And I was standing there, and I kept looking over going, is Ross here yet? Nope, nope, he's not here yet. And then I looked back, and then it was like, is Ross here yet? No. And that went on for 35 minutes.
Yeah, okay, make me feel even worse.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll let you off. It's fine. It's fine.
This time. So then we had uh,
My new favorite wrestler.
yep, Pete Dunne versus Robbie X in the quarterfinal of the Natural Progression Series.
Yep. That was the first time you saw Pete Dunne, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And you really wanted to see him, didn't you?
I actually did. Like after what you told me about him in Birmingham,
Hmm.
I was really excited to see him, and I've heard a lot about him anyway.
Where he crushed.
Obviously-
Yes, Pete Dunne crushed my foot in Birmingham, and then gave me a foot massage. But it's cool. It's cool. I was more pissed off about Terry Fraser calling me Faye. But it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games.
Sorry, I probably found that more funny than I should have done.
It's funny because he's fat. Is that what you're thinking?
It's funny because it's no.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, so Pete Dunne won against Robbie X.
Yeah. Then we had Michael Gilbert, the newly rechristened Michael Gilbert, the former Mikey Whiplash versus Eddie Dennis.
There are no gimmicks required.
Yeah.
Serious.
Not even music.
No. I think that's a first. Although it wasn't. Yeah, okay, maybe it wasn't the first. I thought it was something. Yeah. But all I really remember that match was him going, serious. Need to be serious.
And Eddie Dennis goes, "You want seriousness?" And I apologise for butchering.
That was actually pretty good. I must admit. I kind of do that again.
No.
Do it again.
Serious.
There we go. That was. I like that.
Oh. If I get lynched by any Welsh fans, I know who to blame now. Anyway, seriousness, people. Oh god, I'm doing it again. So then we had the Fatal 4-Way elimination match for the number one contendership for the Progress Tag Team Championships. We had London Riots, James Davis and Rob Lynch versus Project Ego, Chris Travis and Martin Kirby, Screw Indie Wrestling, Mark Haskins, and replacing Nathan Cruz, we had Shah Samuels.
The B plan.
Exactly, which was an interesting twist. And the Swords of Essex, Paul Robinson and Will Ospreay. This had a hell of a twist to it, didn't it? And, well, it was a crazy match first.
Yeah.
They went absolutely everywhere.
It was insane. And when Project Ego launched, was it Paul?
Yeah.
I've never seen so many people run from their seats in my life.
But no, the twist at the end with Paul Robinson turning on Will Ospreay.
Yeah, just jumping down when he was like literally about to make it. It even shocked me, I must admit. It got me.
Completely unexpected. Because I've never seen Paul Robinson work as a heel before.
It's an interesting twist. I mean, that's what I like about the UK scene. It's like you can go to one show and the guys will be a face. And then you go to another show and then the guy's like the most hated heel in all wrestling. Like Jimmy Havoc.
We'll get to that. So after that match, which was won by London Riots, we had your favourite wrestler Tommy End versus El Ligero.
After the reset, because
I
of
was gonna say because initially Tommy End
serious.
did Tommy End beat Ligero first of all as well?
No, Michael Gilbert come down and seriously attacked El Ligero and got El Ligero disqualified. So he won by a DQ, and then he was like, "No, no, 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 restart the match." They restarted the match, and then Tommy M won.
Yeah, so he basically beat him anyway, regardless of the restart.
Yeah,
Then we had, well, I would say one of the matches of the night, Prince Devitt beating Zack Sabre Jr.
matches of the
Just,
night. You mean match of the year?
I was going to say, just talk about like just how good this match was.
Words cannot describe.
Okay, not good for a radio show.
Okay, well let's face it. First of all, you had him come out as Joker. Oh my god, like, oh my god. Then he got in the ring, and then he took his stuff off, and then he had the crazy writing on his back as well. I was like, damn, he's gone full out on this paint. Well, can you call it paint? I guess it's paint. Yeah. And then the match itself was like a mix of everything. You had like the technical bits. You had like the crazy high flying bits, like the crazy chain wrestling, and then you had the bits that were just outside throwing the crap out of each other. And that chop, that is the loudest chop I've heard in my life. Like, people should buy this DVD just to listen to this chop that Devitt gives Zack Sabre Jr. And
Even I was cringing when he did it.
I don't think I've ever heard a chop that loud. That was fucking. And then afterwards, when I met Zack Sabre, his chest, like, just had one red mark that went straight across it. I was like, I bet that's the chop. And what's it? Zack Sabre Jr. flew in because he was in Wrestling
Tokyo.
Noah. Yeah, and he flew in at 8 a.m. on that Sunday.
Just
to
for that
wrestle.
match.
That was crazy.
And then he went straight back.
Yep. Fucking incredible.
So, if that wasn't enough, we had a ladder match for the Progress Championship. Jimmy Havoc versus White Lightning Mark Andrews. And oh my god.
It was crazy. It was like they just beat the crap out of each other.
And there was one point where London Riots, Project Ego, I think, come down as well. Like all the teams in the tag team match came down.
Pete Dunne and Eddie Dennis come down. I don't think
Yeah.
Project Ego come down. It was Pete Dunne and Eddie Dennis come down, and the London Riots came down, and then with that twist at the end with Paul Robinson.
Yeah, but with Mark Andrews diving onto all five of them.
Oh yeah,
That was crazy.
yeah. And when Mark Andrews dived off the centre, well, flipped off the stage onto Jimmy Havoc through the table, that was crazy as well.
Yeah, you see that I couldn't see because everyone decided to stand up, and it was right in the.
Well, I couldn't see him go through the table, but I could see Jimmy Havoc's head and Mark Andrews flip off the stage, and then the crash through the table. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy this DVD for sure.
And then, as Mark Andrews was going to win it, Paul Robinson rushed down to the ring with a chair in his hand, and it was just about to. Mark Andrews was just about to win, and Paul Robinson literally beat the crap out of him with a steel chair and joined the regression stable, which is Jimmy Havoc's stable.
That was the funniest thing, though. I mean, it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to happen like that. But you know when Jimmy Havoc was struggling to get like the little clip off the clipboard, and then Paul Robinson was just looking at him, going, "What am I supposed to do?" And then he just kept hitting Mark Andrews with the chair, and then he looked back up and he still ain't got it, and he was like, he started hitting him again. I was like, "Jeez, get the fucking clipboard."
And then did you see he oh, what did he do? He ripped the contract.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he had to give the contract to get his title back.
Yeah.
Elfmeter Witz beim
And then he
Spiel um den
ripped it, so
Oberliga-Aufstieg in Südtirol
that's
beim
gonna
Stand von
be
4 zu
And he's where he attacked Will Ospreay, and he had the stuck in the middle of you song on with the pink chair. I love that pink chair. Yes,
So-
Marty, there's another pink chair.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the fallout is from at chapter 14.
Well, the World Cup's first, and that's going to crown the number one contender for the Progress title, isn't it? For chapter 14. I
Ah,
believe.
I didn't realise that. I thought that was just okay.
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is. Like the winner of that gets gets the face. Jimmy Havoc.
I mean, did you see what I put on the Progress Wrestling fans page
No.
about my theory about Will Ospreay looking for revenge and
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You think Will Ospreay's going to be the next Progress
Yeah.
champion? The thing with Progress is like I don't expect anything from Pro. It's the same with Southside as well. Like both of these companies just keep surprising the crap out of me every time.
so expect the unexpected, as they say.
Yeah, especially if you go to a Southside or Progress show.
So yeah, so that was Progress chapter 13, and were you there for the start when they linked with Sky Sports News?
Yes, I was there. I saw Cammy's introduction.
Yeah, I saw the video of it on the YouTube page.
Mm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it was nice because I think Sky Sports give them permission to use like their overall look sort of thing. So it was nice of them to do it.
So that was Progress chapter 13.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Indeed.
And it was unbelievable.
Indeed it was, yes. So, yeah, then we went to, well, the day before that I went to the IPW UK quarterfinals 2014.
How was that?
It was really good, actually. It was, we started off with dazzling Darryl Allen beating the Star Attraction Mark Haskins with a roll-up to advance to the... Sorry?
I saw your picture on Facebook.
Yeah, with the governor himself, Martin Stone. So, yeah, after beating Mark Haskins, Darren Allen is now in the semi-finals of the British National Championship. There was an in-ring segment with Paul Robinson and Will Ospreay because Will Ospreay has now got an open contract, and Paul Robinson is the IPW UK heavyweight champion. So, and just as they were going to announce how they were going to use it, the Mexican Eagle and El Loco Gringo came out, and that led to that match.
Was the Mexican Eagle the one that had the drinking contest with El Ligero?
Yep.
That sounds like I wish I saw that.
Yeah, it was a good fun match, that one. And the next match was the another British National Championship quarter-final match. The East End Butcher, Shah Samuels.
East.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Defeated Dangerous Danny Garnell to advance, and then he got in the ring saying he's the best ever champion, which brought out Martin Stone. Well,
I was shocked. Martin Stone. Yay.
he came out and they had a face off, and Martin Stone basically said he was the best ever British heavyweight champion. So whether that's going to lead to a match, we'll have to see. Then we had a singles grudge match. Suicidal Jimmy Havoc destroyed Smooth Sammy Smooth in a quick match.
So is Jimmy Havoc a heel or a face in IPW?
He's a heel.
Okay.
He's basically a heel everywhere.
I don't know. Do you really count him as a heel in ICW? I guess you.
That's a good
Yeah.
shout, actually. Yeah, fair point. I don't think there are many.
Everyone's a heel in ICW.
I was gonna. So that was a quick match. Then we had another quarter-final match. We had Dynamite Danny Morocco subbing for Johnny Storm, and he beat the righteous Joe Connors in an upset. And so Johnny Storm is now into the semi-finals, despite not being in the match.
Yeah.
And I don't know about that.
I kind of. Well, I remember watching Johnny Storm when I was like first got into British wrestling. Before I stopped watching British wrestling, and he was one of my favorites. But I haven't seen him for a while now. So
No, it was at the last Stevenage Southside show I went to.
yeah, I saw that. I saw the DVD. I saw him on that.
Because I think, he teamed up with Robbie X to face the Predators. That was it. And he beat their unbeaten run. And then we had the IPW UK in the main event. This is IPW UK tag team title match. London Riots beat the Southern Alliance of Styx and Sting. No, Styx and Sing even. Spot the deliberate mistake.
Sting. Wow.
It's been a long day. No. So yeah, the Riots beat the Southern Alliance, and then after Darwell come down to the ring and cost them the match. And after the match, RJ Singh challenged Darwell into a match, and Darwell accepted if he could beat the person that Darwell's going to bring to Tunbridge this Sunday. So it'll be RJ Singh versus a mystery opponent in Tunbridge.
Cool.
And then the Riots carried on beating the Southern Alliance up, which brought the D&D security out to the ring. And also in Tunbridge, it's going to be D&D security versus London Riots for the IPW UK Tag Team Championships.
Sounds like it's going to be a good weekend then.
It is, yeah, it should be. So I strongly advise anyone in the area to get down there. Support your local promotion.
Support your indie wrestling.
Exactly. Hashtag support. Yeah, basically what you just said.
Any other events going on this weekend?
Not that I can see. Oh no, sorry, Rev Pro in Sittingbourne on Sunday. We've got.
You're going to that,
Uh,
aren't you?
I am indeed. You've got Joel Redmond making his UK return. Well, his Rev Pro return against Josh Bowden. You've got Prince Devitt. Yeah, you've got Prince Devitt versus Doug Williams in what could be one of Prince Devitt's final UK appearances.
Well, I've still got a feeling about June 15th, but
Ah, yes. Yeah, you said about. Yeah, go on. Do you want to elaborate on that?
well, after I went to the Rev Pro show in Birmingham last Saturday, and at the end of the match, Team Defend, which Mark Andrews, Eddie Dennis, Pete Dunne, was getting beaten down by the Revolutionists, and Prince Devitt come out for the save. So I'm having a feeling that because Carl Anderson has been announced for June 15th, it might be Carl Anderson and Prince Devitt versus Terry Fraser and Sha Samuels, which would be a great match.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we've got front row seats,
Yep, we got front row seats.
and it'll be
Nakamura, Sabre Jr. as well.
that's going to be a hell of a match.
And you know who else?
Gone.
Adam Cole,
Oh.
baby.
There we go. We've got another. Brendy is actually our host.
Oh yeah.
Akeda.
Okay.
For people that have gone to TNA, been misused, and then gone to other companies and made a success of themselves.
Yeah, that's a good shot actually.
Because he was stuck
Is he
with the was he like a stalker in TNA or something for Samoa Joe?
From what I remember, I think wasn't he involved with the X the one of the X Division World Cups, and they kept him on a little while after that, but they pretty much didn't give him any impact time. I think he was mostly on Explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good one actually, definitely compared to what he
Thank-
is now.
So
But
thanks for that, Brendy.
that's built up a really good storyline with Styles and Akeda now as well. So
Yeah,
because
because
if you
going off that TNA connection.
because he what's it he at Invasion Attack he come out beat up Akeda and was calling him a young he's just a TNA young boy. So well done TNA for future planning storylines for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I think that's called foreshadowing or something, is it?
Oh. Anyway,
So
back to Rev Pro.
yeah, so I think that's all the matches that have been announced so far. And well, it was supposed to be with Swords of Essex versus an Irish tag team, Two Unlimited, but Will Ospreay's had to pull out through illness. So it'd be interesting to see what the Rev
Is,
Pro bookers do now.
is that after nearly getting his ear cut off by Jimmy Havoc on Sunday?
No, he's got a chest infection, a throat infection. So
Um, on the other side of the Atlantic, we have Shine 19 this Friday, which features the 10 women elimination tag war that has a no time limit between where Ivor Lee's and her team of Jessica Havoc, Tracy Taylor, and the Lucha Sisters face her old team of the Valkyries, led by Serena Deeb, with Su Young, April Hunter, Maiden Sin, that is Alyssa Kay and Taylor Made, and also features a great match between Amazing Kong and the wrestling goddess Athena, and Taylor Hendricks has also got a match on the card as well. So that'll be a
Was a
good
good
one.
thing.
Yeah, so that'd be a good one to watch if no one's got anything else to do on Friday night.
So, what time's that from?
That would be about 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I think it's. Don't lie, Ross. You always stay up that late.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
So, have we thought of a question for our next show?
um,
What do you want to make a question for the next show? I'll let you choose this time.
thanks. Uh, I would say who at the minute in WWE is being used wrongly that could benefit from a move to following
So,
the class.
who in the WWE do you think would be better off not in the WWE?
Ah, great question from Dean. Why is it WWE need to repackage great wrestlers?
Yeah. Okay. We'll make that. That's our question then. So we'll post that on the Takeover page next Friday afternoonish.
Yep.
Which, if you're not already following us, is www.facebook.com/takeover1.
And that's next week at 8 p.m.
Next week at 8 p.m.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks for listening. If you did listen,
Thank you to Dino, producer, and to Pixie.
and thank you to Dave Bodymore, Darren Hackett, Brandon Toole, and who else sent the question?
Dean asked why is it WWE needs to repackage great
No, no, no.
wrestlers?
Who gave a? Oh, Ollie Sandler.
That's the one. And
Sean Rexbird, thanks for your answers on our question. And
thank you to you, Mike.
that's all right, Ross. Thank you to you too.